Alright, so today we're going to talk about countersteering. We're going to demystify it. It's going to be 3 points. The first point is how do you do it? And that's the most important point. If you're going to watch anything in this video, you're going to watch that one, which is how do you do it? The second point is how does it work? So, the physics behind it. Some people get confused, they say turn left and then to turn right, and I'm going to demystify. That's kind of a bit of a misleading way of saying it, and that's why a lot of people are confused. So I'll explain. That's point 2. And point 3, we're going to talk about, should we talk about countersteering? Should we mention it? I released a short video, and a lot of people are saying, why are you even talking about it? You shouldn't just talk about it, you should do it naturally, which is somewhat right, but it's better if you know about it. Okay? So, and then as usual at the end, we're going to have a Bible verse. Now, it's a little bit wet today, so I can't steer that hard. But what is it? How do you do it? You push in the direction that you want to turn. It can be confusing. You got to sort of push, you got to remember which way to turn. But an easy way to do it is sort of lean your body and push your arm out. Now, when you say push, people get confused. Some people say that pushing is like lifting up and down. It is not up and down. It's not lifting the bars up that way. Okay? Or down. I think people think you're trying to tilt the bike manually. You cannot tilt the bike. The bike has got so much inertia, so much gyro effect on it. You cannot tilt the bike by pulling the bars up and down. You can't do it. Oh, okay, maybe you can do a little stuff, but that's not the way you're meant to turn. You're meant to manipulate the gyroscopic forces. You manipulate it by turning the wheel as it's designed to turn. Okay? So it doesn't actually matter which way you lean. See? I can lean in the opposite. I can lean this way and I push and the bike turns this way. Okay? So it can be confusing, but you got to get used to it. So a method that I do is I just sort of, when I was first starting, point your body in the way you want to turn, and then just push with your arm as well. So your body and your arm push at the same time. Now, the second thing is, how does it work? How does turning left make you, they say turn left to turn right. Turn in the opposite direction you want to turn. That's half the story. That's not even half the story. You turn in the opposite direction, which makes you lean. Turning makes you lean. When you turn the steering, it makes your bike lean in the direction that you want to go, in the counter direction that you want to go. So if I push this way, it leans, the bike leans. Bikes turn by leaning. That's how they turn. Okay? You push in the direction that leans the bike. When the bike leans, it turns. Okay? There's nothing mysterious about it. Okay? When you turn in the opposite direction, when you turn the steering in the opposite direction, it leans the other way because the wheels want to go that way, but the momentum wants to go that way, so it leans. Countersteering is a way to lean your bike. That's what it does. When you lean, the bike follows on with the turn. That's the whole dynamic about it. That's why, there's a whole lot of physics and dynamics going on, all instantaneous at once. That's why riding is so fun. Now, should I talk about? A lot of people were telling me in my video, they were saying, you don't need to talk about it. It happens naturally. Yeah, it does happen naturally, right? But people don't know why it happens. That's my point. I didn't know why. I didn't know if you were to explain to someone. You see, back in the, I don't know, before, I think there was a lot of people who were countersteering deniers. They denied that countersteering existed. Now they're not doing that so much. They're just saying you just don't need to know about it. You just don't talk about it. You don't need to know to talk about it. You don't have to worry about it, because steering happens naturally. Now look, I get it. I know if you've probably been riding for a long time and you haven't known about it, you've been doing it naturally, and then someone comes after 20 years of riding and telling you need to countersteer. I get it. You don't want to hear it, okay? You don't need to hear it from someone, especially if, you know, they haven't been riding as long as you have. Okay? I get that. But for people who are not confident, like if you're confident with your steering, fine. Don't worry about countersteering. Well, I mean, I don't want to say don't worry about countersteering. But if you're confident with your steering and you just don't want to hear it, just do your own thing. But if you want to be if you're not confident with your steering and you want to be, then practice countersteering. Just push in the direction you want to go. Push forward. Push forward. Okay? So that's all there is to it. So there's nothing mysterious about it. It's not that hard. It's not complicated. It's not overcomplicating. Just push with your arms in the direction you want to go. Pushing this way. I'm pushing to the left. The bike moves to the left. I'm pushing with my arm. Right? I'm just pushing with my arm. I don't have to worry about, you know, swinging my body around and pushing on the pegs. Like I said, you can't fight the gyroscopic forces. You've got to manipulate the gyroscopic forces. And you do that with the steering. That's what it was designed to do. That's what the engineers who designed it to do. So let's just close off with a Bible verse, which is from Proverbs 15 verse 18. And it says, a hot-tempered person stirs up quarrels, but a patient person calms a conflict. So what we can learn from that verse, and I can be like a testament to it, if someone says something to you that makes you angry, the best thing to do is just to be patient, because conflict just escalates. So I know it's something that I always have to work on myself. I'm not perfect, but it's something that I think if we all can do, will really make a difference in this world. Just a simple, you know, just be patient. Just, you know, let the sting wear off and respond with something positive or neutral. You know, you'd be surprised how much that changes someone when you respond, when they're, you know, in the attacking mode, and you just respond with something positive. You know, you just sort of calm, talk about something else, you know. So yeah, that's all I've got. You know, I hope you can get something about this countersteering if it helps you. And take it easy and ride safe.